Golden Cloud recruitment system. Today, our detailed tutorial video will walk you through the functionality of the account section. This section is a comprehensive hub consisting of 13 subsections. Each subsection is meticulously crafted to empower your accountants, ensuring a streamlined and accurate accounts process. Without further ado, let's embark on this tutorial journey beginning with the first subsection, cash and bank balances. In this foundational subsection, we dive into the core of your financial records, the meticulous management of cash and bank balances. This section offers users a comprehensive overview of their organization's monetary holdings, providing a valuable tool for accountants to effortlessly track and monitor available funds. This transparency facilitates informed decision-making and strategic financial planning. So now let's dive into the key features and benefits of this subsection. As a user, you will be provided with a holistic financial snapshot where you can gain insights into your organization's overall financial health by reviewing cash and bank balances in a single and consolidated view. So as you can all see in this example, we have two bank accounts. Here you can browse the balances of each account, containing all these details information: account's name, the currency, the account holder name, account number, and the IBAN. Also, the accountants can easily track and monitor available funds, enabling efficient financial management and contributing to the accuracy of financial records. Also, for owners of multiple local or external offices, this subsection allows for a unified overview of remaining balances across different locations, streamlining financial management. Now, let's continue our exploration of the account section. And here we have Management Request Account subsection. You can consider this page as a dynamic hub designed for seamless handling of recruitment requests. This centralized dashboard offers quick access to vital customers' information, detailed recruitment request data, and streamlined accounting activities. So let's dive into the key functionalities and key features of this subsection together. As a user, you will be provided with a centralized dashboard. You can consider this dashboard as your command center for recruitment request oversight, where you can effortlessly browse the status of each request and enjoy the flexibility to update the status based on the completion of each process, ensuring a real-time updates. So here, if you went to the request status column, you can see that in this example, we have 4 different recruitment requests containing 4 different request status. We have 2 of them are still under process. Here we have worker is selected, and here we have closed warranty period. So in the case, if you wanted to update or change the status of each recruitment request, all you have to do is to click on the status itself. So upon clicking, a pop screen will appear to you, containing various informations, including internal office, the external office names, the customer's information, the worker's information. So here, as you can all see, we have the internal office, which is Kingdom. This is the Saudi office. Here we have the request status of this customer, which is worker is selected. It means that we have selected a certain worker for this customer, of course, based on the customer's preferences and specifications. Here we have the customer's name, the external office, which is the worker's exporter. Here we have the worker's name, the customer identification number, the visa number, and Musanad internal contract number. Note that most of these informations here that you see in this pop screen are directly reflected from the request form, which I will be explaining in future videos. So here also we have the worker's number in Musanad, except selection worker's date, And here we have this small table which contains detailed information about this worker. Here we have the worker number. This is the stock number, the worker's name, the gender, nationality, the religion. Here we have the experience and the profession. And the last thing we have is the age. Also, you can see that the system has provided you with two options: external dispatch office approval and request cancel worker selection. Note that the external dispatch office is the same as the external office. So whenever you select a specific worker for a certain client or a certain customer, the external office must approve on this selection. So note also that the system will guide you and help you through the entire process of updating the request status. So for example, if we press on the external dispatch office approval, the system will automatically transfer us into the second and the next request status according to the recruitment process. Here you need to upload the external Musand contract number, and here we have the date, and here we have another two options. Of course, I will be demonstrating these details more in future videos. So now let's get back to our table. Here also, this table will give you insights like Musand's contract number of each customer. This information is very crucial. And here also, you can streamline your accounting with seamless integration of financial transactions. This includes invoices, payment vouchers, receipt vouchers. So in a more simpler way, in this section, you can have full control of all the accounting transactions that are related to specific requests. Here we have the invoices. Here we have the invoice status. You can see here we have invoiced. Invoiced, it means that the user has established recruitment invoice for this recruitment request. So whenever you click on any invoice, it will transfer you directly into the invoice form. You can see all the numeric data in here. This table will contain all the recruitment process costs, from direct recruitment costs to external recruitment costs to governmental costs as well. So this will give you a very comprehensive overview. Actually, you have two options to obtain or establish invoice. You can from this page, or you can establish the invoice manually from the invoice subsection. Also here, we'll show you the payment status. Here we have the insurance status. Of course, all the recruitment requests has insurance, and they are dealing with certain insurance companies. And you need to upload the payment voucher for the insurance also. Note that in this subsection, you can have or obtain an overview of specific governmental approvals related to each recruitment request. For instance, delegations. So in this column here, we have the delegation status. This status indicating, or this column in more obvious way, this column will indicate whether this request has been delegated or not. And additionally, here we have delegation payment vouchers. This column indicating the presence of payment vouchers for delegations associated with this request. So it's important to note that delegations occur in the final stages of the recruitment requests. But in the case, if you want to establish a payment voucher that has to do with a delegation for a certain recruitment request, all you have to do is to click on issuing payment voucher for delegation, and the system will automatically transfer you into the payment vouchers form, so you can continue with uploading the informations. You can see that the system has done, for example, as you can all see in obvious, 80% of the work. He has indicated the bond type, the request type, the request itself, and the expenses type. All you have to do is to continue with the payment method, choose which account. Here we have the debit account, credit account, and the amount. So as we said before, that the accounting section is basically 19% automatically generated. So this is everything about the management request account subsection. Sponsorship transfer accounts management, which is the third subsection of the account section. In this subsection, you can initially review information about the original customer who initially recruited the worker at the first place and the new customer who has taken over the sponsorship. As you can all see here, these two columns, here we have the previous customer and here we have the new customer. Additionally, you can access also details about the worker. This includes the worker name, the worker's nationality, and the worker's salary. This page also provides an overview of the request status. So, in this section, the most commonly used status are two: either cancel transfer sponsorship or probationary period. So also here in this table, you will be provided with columns that indicates the total cost and the tax of the sponsorship transfer process. Here we have the sponsorship cost, including the tax, and here we have the total cost. And the last thing we have is the company, and here if you want to follow up on every sponsorship transfer request. So this is everything about the sponsorship transfer accounts management. And before concluding this subsection, note that you can add a sponsorship transfer on a section called request section, but I will be demonstrating that later in future videos. But for now, this is just a quick overview of what the subsection contain of informations. Note also that you can download this table in different formats by choosing actions and then clicking on the download. You will be provided with 4 different subsections: CVs, HTML, Excel, and PDF. With the PDF specifically, you have 2 options, which is the page size. Here we have different options, and the page orientation. So this is everything about this subsection. Moving to the invoices subsection. So basically this page allows you to review all the invoices in details. A comprehensive table displays the following information. So let's start with the invoice number. This is a unique identifier for each invoice. So basically, we have 5 different invoices. All these invoices are just an example, so the viewer or our future user can understand the main concept of this subsection and this table. Here we have the invoice type, which specifies whether it's a recruitment invoice, supplier invoice, or any other related invoice to the recruitment process itself. And then here we have the invoice references, which provides references associated with each invoice, facilitating direct access for users or accountants to understand the content of each invoice. Here also we have the invoice date, which indicates the date when the invoice was issued. Here we have the company, the total amount. Here also we have the status. This is very beneficial, so it can give you indicators if this invoice has been relied or not yet. Also, the cancellation status is so important either, so you can overview of this invoice has been cancelled or non-cancelled. Here we have by. This column will identify and determine the employee who have uploaded a certain invoice. And the last thing we have is print. So this table aims to offer a detailed overview of all invoices, streamlining the processes for users and accountants to easily comprehend the content and financial details of each invoice. Receipt voucher subsection. You can consider this page as a powerful tool for meticulously recording every financial transaction that involves the inflow of money into your accounts. whether it's from a customer, a company, an employee, agents, local brokers, or any other source. The receipt voucher section is your go-to module for ensuring accurate and transparent financial documentation. So let's delve into the key functionalities. In this subsection, you will be presented with a table displays the unique identifier for each voucher. So let's begin with the first column in here, which is the voucher number, where you can distinguish one voucher from another, and this column serves as a quick reference. Alongside each voucher number, you will find the voucher date, providing you with insights into when the transaction occurred. This date is crucial for historical tracking. Afterwards, we have the receiving method. This column will show you details about how the funds were received, whether it's through cash, bank transfer, or any other method. This information is readily available for your review. And then here we have the bond type. So this column specifies from whom the voucher was received. This could include customers, companies, local brokers, or other relevant entities. So this classification streamlines your financial records. Afterwards, we have the reference in here, the description, of course, of each voucher, the amount, the currency. Also here we have the voucher status, whether it's relied or not yet, the cancellation status. This is a very crucial column also, where you can have a direct look if this voucher is active or canceled. Here we have by column, where you can identify who the employee who have added this receipt voucher. And here we have the attachment and print columns. So basically this table will show you all the necessary information about each receipt voucher. So now let's add a new receipt voucher together so we can overview the key functionalities and features of this subsection. Locate and click on the Add Voucher button to initiate the process of creating a new receipt voucher. Upon clicking, a pop-up screen will appear to you containing various fields. You can notice that most of the fields are mandatory and required to fill in. So let's begin with the first field you encounter, which is the currency field. Basically, the system automatically generates the currency based on the office origin country. For instance, since Kingdom is a Saudi office, the default currency will be Saudi Riyal, as you can all see. But in the case if you want to establish a receipt voucher with a different currency, click on this field and all the currencies you have added within the system will appear to you. In this example, we only have dollar. When you click on this different currency, a new field will appear to you, and it's about the exchange rate. So you need to enter the exchange rate if applicable. But in this example, we will be returning back to the default currency. Now we have this field, which is the voucher date. You can notice also that this field is pre-filled with the date when you clicked on the Add Voucher button. And of course, if you need to change the date, simply click on this field and a calendar will appear to you where you can choose the desired date from this calendar. Afterwards, we have the bond type, one of the most crucial and important field within this form. When you click on it, a drop-down list will appear to you containing various options. We have request, customer, worker, company, employees, agent broker, local marketers, and other. So you need to select the bond type from this drop-down list, and you need to know that this field indicates from whom you received the voucher. So for example, let's go and choose request as a bond type. And upon choosing request as a bond type, you can see that two fields have appeared to us, request type and the request. So let's start by clicking on the request type, a field. You will be provided with three different options: recruitment request, service transfer request, and rental request. So let's go and choose recruitment requests. Afterwards, all the recruitment requests within the office you have will appear to you. We only have two examples in this form. Let's go and choose request number 1. So after specifying the request type and the request field, the final field that becomes visible in this context is the revenue type. So obviously this field allows you to categorize the revenue associated with the selected recruitment request. Upon clicking, a drop-down list will appear to you containing different options. All these options are related specifically to the worker. Here we have residence visa issuance, the medical examination, housing, the flight tickets, transportation, and here we have we have salaries. So in this example, let's go and choose the revenue type to be salaries. And as a Saudi office, when receiving a worker salary from the customer, we need to establish a receipt voucher for it as a precaution procedure. This includes verifying worker documentation, clear communication with the customer and the worker, ensuring legal compliance, and secure fund storage. Afterwards, you need to choose the receiving methods. You can see we have different options: bank transfer, repayment, cash, point of sale. So in the case, if you choose bank transfer, all the bank accounts you have within your organization or within your office are going to appear to you. Also, this goes for the cash. If you choose cash as a receiving method, all the cash accounts will appear to you. But you can see that no results found because in our office we didn't add any cash accounts. So let's get back and choose bank transfer. Here we have Riyadh Bank. You can see that after choosing the receiving method and the bank account, the debt account has appeared to you automatically. You can notice also that the description field has been generated for you automatically by the system, containing all the necessary information, include the customer's name, the request number, the receiving method, and the bank account. After that, you need to select the credit account. For example, here let's go for labor, wages, revenues for request. Some of the accounts will be generated automatically for you by the system, and the accountant must select the account manually. Afterwards, here we have the transfer number and transfer date. You can notice that these two fields are not mandatory, they are optional, but of course if you have these informations available, it would be great to upload them as well to ensure a comprehensive receipt voucher record. Let's go and put any random number and the transfer number in here. The transfer date, let's go and choose today's date. And the last field we have is the amount, for example, 2,000 riyal. And you can see that the total amount in writing has appeared to you automatically. And here we have the attachment part. If you want to upload the attachment, it's also easy. Just click on this field and upload whatever you want. If it's a picture or an image or anything. Afterwards, after finalizing and making sure that all these informations are accurate, you can click on this create button to finalize the receipt voucher. Now you can see the new receipt voucher that we have added together, number 4, containing all the necessary informations that we have uploaded. You can see that the voucher status is unrelied because we didn't rely it yet. And the cancellation status is not cancelled. And here, this attachment column showed you that we have added a picture there. Now let's get back to the receipt voucher form and browse the other bond types together. As you click on the bond type field, a drop-down list will appear to you with different options. So let's begin with the customer bond type, where it connects with a customer database presenting a list for easy selection. In this field, you can choose the customer from whom you are receiving funds, ensuring accurate and linked financial transactions. In a more simpler way, whenever you choose the bond type to be customer, all the customers within your office are going to appear to you. So you can choose any random customer and then you can continue with uploading the rest of the receipt voucher fields and information. So in the case, if you choose company, where you can streamline dealings with companies, you can easily select in this field the relevant company from the list, fostering efficient financial interactions. So the receipt voucher is commonly used between companies. All you have to do is to choose the bond type to be company, and all the companies connected and linked to you are going to appear to you here in this list. This is just like the previous bond types. You just have to select the option that you want and then continue with the rest of the informations. Now let's see the bond type if it was for employees. Here you have an access to a comprehensive list of employees within your office for financial recording. Also, this is just like the customers. This is just like the customer bond type. Whenever you choose employees, all the employees within your organization or within your office will appear here to you. So the last thing we have is the other option. This offers a flexibility for various scenarios. You can notice that we have left this field empty for you, so you can write whatever you want, including any different scenarios. So this is everything about the bond type. Also, in this section, you can download this table in different formats from this action button. A drop-down list will appear to you, and then you go and choose download. Here we have 4 different options: CVs, HTML, Excel, and PDF. Here, when you choose PDF, we have these 2 options. You can choose the page size and the page orientation. Also, this is for the Excel. As a user, you can also experience efficiency in managing your receipt vouchers with our standout feature, Advanced Search. In just a few clicks, this powerful tool empowers you to locate any receipt voucher within seconds. Click on the Advanced Search button. You will have an access to a range of search fields, as you can all see. Here we have the date type. When you click on this field, you will be presented with 2 options: voucher date or the creation date. Afterwards, you need to select from date and select to date also from the calendar. And the last thing that we have is the employee. So if you're looking for vouchers associated with a particular employee, simply input their name into the designated field. Afterwards, you press on the search button. This feature is very essential and very important and very beneficial when you have hundreds of receipt vouchers and you want to locate a voucher in a short time. Before concluding this subsection, we just want to highlight that adding a new receipt voucher has never been easier within our system. You don't need a professional accountant to handle your accounting operations. Our advanced system guides you through the entire process, ensuring a user-friendly experience. It even provides alerts to highlight any potential mistakes, making financial management straightforward and accessible for all users. Payment vouchers. So, in this tutorial video, we will be exploring the process of adding a payment voucher. You can notice that this interface is similar to the receipt voucher interface, but with a distinct focus on monitoring and managing expenditures. The key differences lies in the emphasis on tracking outgoing funds through the creation of payment vouchers. So as a user, you have the flexibility to add payment vouchers for a variety of scenarios based on your organizational role. If you are operating from a Saudi office, the payment vouchers functionality extends to cover diverse aspects such as customers, requests, operational expenses, employees, and even local brokers. On the other hand, for external offices, or as a worker exporter, the payment voucher system allows you to specifically upload vouchers related to workers' expenses, employees' salaries, agents, and so on. So now let's dive into the practical step of adding a new payment voucher together. We will click on the Add Voucher button, and then a pop screen will appear to us, as you can all see. This is also similar to the receipt voucher form. So in this tutorial, we will start by adding a payment voucher specifically for operating expenses. Here, when you choose the bond type, you will be choosing operating expenses. It's important to note that the nature of these expenses is typically determined and defined by the company or office accountant. However, for the purpose of this example, we have already identified our operating expenses and complied the list. So when you choose the bond type to be operating expenses, this field will appear to you, which is operating expenses also. When you click on it, a drop-down list will appear to you containing all the operating expenses that we have added. So as we proceed, you will have the ability to scroll up and down through the list, enabling you to browse all the expenses available for selection. Here, you can see that we have different options. We have head office internet expense, labor housing water expense, head office water expense also. So in this example, we will be choosing head office water expense. You can notice that once you have selected the account itself and the operating expense, it's going to appear to you here automatically within the debt account. So now let's continue with choosing the payment method. Let's go for bank transfer. You can see the changes that happened now when you choose bank transfer. Transfer number and transfer date are going to appear to you. Also here, the bank transfer fee, the fee tax, and the total. But in the case, if you choose the payment method to be cash, all these extra fields are going to be hidden. So now let's get back and choose bank transfer. All the bank accounts that you have added within your office or within your company are going to appear to you. But in this example, we have only added one account, which is Riyadh Bank. You can notice that after uploading these two fields, the credit account has appeared to us automatically. Here we have the transfer number and the transfer date. You can note that these two fields are optional. They're not mandatory and they're not required to fill in. We will move to the next field, which is the amount. So for example, let's go and choose 200. In the case, if this amount has tax, then you need to click on this checkbox to let the system calculate the total amount. Here, you can see the amount without being included with a certain tax, and this is the tax itself. And the last thing we have here is the total amount. Also here we have the total amount in writing, 200 Riyal Saudi. And here the last thing we have is the description. You can see that the description has been generated for us automatically, including the payment method and the bank account. Of course, you can add any description that you want. For example, let's go and choose water expenses. Okay, and then you need to organize the description, of course, the way you see it appropriate. And here we have the attachment. We have two fields for the attachment. The main attachment in here, and this is the additional attachment. Of course, when you go to the grocery store, for example, and you purchase like water or any extra things for the head office, they will give you a receipt. So you need to scan the receipt and upload it here on the system to ensure more accuracy and a comprehensive record of the payment vouchers. After you finish uploading all the informations and you made sure that everything is correct and accurate, you click on this create button to generate the process of adding a new receipt voucher. Here, you can see the new notification that has appeared to us. Sorry, the financial period must be entered for the current fiscal year from the financial period section. This notification has appeared to us because we have already entered the new year. So at first, you need to go to a certain section and upload the new fiscal year. So we will be doing that, and then we will continue uploading the payment voucher. So now, after adding the new year from the financial period subsection, we will continue uploading and creating this payment voucher by clicking on this create button. And now we can see the new voucher that we have made with all the information that we have uploaded. Here we have the description, the references, the amount. Here we can see the tax, the total amount, and all the necessary informations. So through the use of payment vouchers, you can issue vouchers for various scenarios and entities, as I said before, and of course, all that in a single interface. Basically, you have the capability to generate payment vouchers for different and a lot of purposes. So now let's get back to the payment voucher form so I can explain to you a little bit more of the key functionalities and key features within the payment voucher subsection. So here, when you click on the bond type, and as I said before and mentioned before, a drop-down list will appear to you containing all these options. So now let's start with the employees. So issuing payment vouchers for employees' salary is a streamlined process facilitated by our advanced system. Prior to generating salary payment vouchers, it's imperative to first establish and approve the salary payroll. Once the salary payroll is in place, the issuance of payment vouchers for employees becomes a straightforward task. This actually involves selecting the employee's name, specifying the expense type, which you will be choosing salary. So if opting to disperse a salary payment, the system automatically populates the relevant details without any manual intervention. The seamless integration ensures accuracy as the system is interconnected, extracting salary information directly from the established payroll system. Furthermore, our system allows the issuance for payment vouchers for various operational expenses associated with the office, as mentioned previously. Any operational expenditures specific to your business operations can be effortlessly processed by issuing a payment vouchers. And also here, the local marketers. So issuing payment vouchers for local marketers associated with your business operation is simplified, contributing to a smooth financial workflow. So the system automation minimizes manual effort, allowing for efficient handling of financial processes. So this is everything about the payment vouchers. And in essence, our system is designed not to only streamline financial processes, but also to enhance overall operational efficiency. The automation of tasks, integration of financial workflow, and user-friendly interface make it a valuable tool for effective financial management within the organization. Moving to the transfer subsection. So basically, you have the ability to transfer money between accounts, whether they are cash or bank accounts. And as a user, you have full control over the movement and transfer of funds between these accounts. And this process typically only takes like few minutes to complete. So to initiate a new transfer, click on the Add Transfer button, and then a pop screen will appear to you. And in this screen, you need to select from account and to account. Simply choose any random accounts for demonstration purposes. So let's go and choose, for example, Riyadh Bank in here, and to account Al-Rajhi Bank. So the next thing to do, you need to specify the amount you want to transfer, for example, 500. And to highlight on something very important in this form, if the from account and the to accounts have different currencies, you will notice the activation of the exchange rate field. This allows you to input the exchange rate for the currency conversion. But if the accounts share the same currency, this field will remain inactive. So you can see that from account is in Saudi Riyal and the to account is in dollars. So that's why this field has been activated for us to input the exchange rate. For example, we're gonna put any random number, and you can see how the system calculated everything for us in the exchange amount. Here we have the transfer fee and the tax, and here we have the total. You can notice that these fields are not mandatory, they're optional. If you want, you can upload them, and if you don't want to, it's fine. And then here, moving to the description field, which provides a huge space for you to write any relevant notes or details about the transfer. This information can serve as reference for future inquiries. You can also notice that this field is not mandatory, so it's up to you if you want to write any description or not. And here, finally, we have the payment method field, which allows you to indicate how the money was actually transferred, whether through bank transaction or in cash. So let's go and choose bank. Here we have the reference, and here we have the attached image. You can upload the image or the receipt of the transfer if you want to, and if you don't have it, it's fine. So this comprehensive walkthrough ensures that you can efficiently perform funds transfers while understanding the details associated with each transaction. So now let's click on this create button to initiate the process of adding a new transfer. This is our new transfer number 2. Here we have the company from account to account. Here we have the amount, as you can all see, the exchange rate. Here we have the transfer status, which is unrelied. I will explain what does relied and unrelied in future videos. And here we have the cancellation status, the transfer date, and by whom it was made this transfer. So this is everything about the transfer subsection. Also note, just like the previous subsection in all our system, you can download this table in different formats. All you have to do is to click on this action button, click on the download option, and here you will be provided with 4 different formats. You can choose the format that suits you the most. Journal entries. So basically in this subsection, our system operates automatically in certain predefined scenarios. So before diving into these scenarios, let's browse the table that we have. The first column is the entry number, the entry type. Basically, we have 2 types. We have the automatic entry and the manual entry. And here we have the entry date, the total debt, the total credit, the description, of course, of each entry. And here we have the name of the company. So basically, after confirming a salary payroll for employees, the system automatically generates journal entries that encompasses all the essential information related to the payroll transaction. This is one of the examples of the automatic entries. Also, this includes various accounting transactions. The system automatically establishes corresponding journal entries. This include receipt vouchers, payment vouchers, transfers, and so on. So as a user, your role primarily involves double checking these entries and then posting them as the final stage. So within this subsection, you are presented with 2 options. The first option involves entries that are automated by the system, streamlining the process for common transactions. Like we see here in this column, we have 7 examples of automatic entries. And the second option allows you to manually create journal entries where you can simply click on the add button to initiate the manual entry process. Here, this screen will appear to you where you need to upload the information. Here, you need to choose the company. If, for example, if you have multiple local and external companies that are linked and related to you, you can just choose the company from this field. Here we have the entry date. Here we have the description. You can write whatever you want, but you can notice that this field is mandatory, so you need to fill this out. Here you need to choose the account name. When you click on this field, all the accounts within your chart of accounts are going to appear to you. So you can choose a certain account. Here you need to put the exchange rate in the case of the nature of that account was in another currency, not in your default currency. Here the debt account, the credit account. If you want here, you can write another description, and the system will calculate everything for you, and it will determine whether it was balanced or non-balanced. So let's get back to the main page of the journal entries. You can consider this subsection as a functionality that provides flexibility for users to either rely on the system automation for routine transactions or manually input journal entries for more specific or unique cases. So this is everything about the journal entry subsection. Also, just like the previous subsections on our system, you have the advanced search button, where if you want to, for example, if you want to locate a certain entry and you have a lot of entries, all you have to do is to choose the date type from date to date and the employee, and then you can press on the search button and the system will generate the entry that you want. Here we're gonna click on the cancel, and the screen will get back the way it was. And of course, you can download this table in 4 different formats by clicking on the action button and then press download. As always, we have 4 different formats. You can choose the formats that suit you the most, and then you click on the download button. So this is everything about this subsection. Employee salaries. This subsection is the designated area for initiating the monthly payroll process for employees. Within this subsection, a table is provided, as you can all see, offering direct insights into all the previous payrolls. The information presented in this table includes, here we have the payroll number, where it's a unique identifier for each payroll. Here we have the year, which is the calendar year corresponding to the payroll. Here we have the month, where you can have a direct look on the specific month for which the payroll is processed. Here we have the date on which the payroll is generated, the total amount. Basically, this is the sum of all salaries and related expenses for the given payroll. And then we have the status. This column indicates the current status of each payroll, whether it was approved or not approved yet. Here we have the company and the attachment. In this field, if applicable, you may indicate the presence of any attachment or supporting documents related to the payroll. So this organized table format allows users to efficiently manage and track employee salaries, providing a comprehensive overview of past payroll activities. Also, users can quickly access essential details such as payroll numbers, dates, and the total amounts, facilitating effective payroll management within the system. So now let's create a payroll together. To begin with, click on this add button, and then a pop screen will appear to you containing various fields. So you can notice that some of which are generated automatically, while others require manual input. So let's go through the process step by step together. Here we have the first field, which is the date. Click on this date field and a calendar will appear to you where you can choose the desired date for the payroll. Let's go and choose today's date. And then here we have the payroll number. Although this field might not be mandatory, it's advisable to identify a payroll number. This will make it easier to review specific payrolls in the future. So enter a unique payroll number. Let's go and put any random number, for example, 555. And then here we have the year. So basically the system generates this automatically, but a double check to ensure it corresponds to the current year. And then here we have the month. You can choose the month for which the payroll is being processed. Let's go and choose January. Now that we have set the basic information, we can proceed to the next step in creating the payroll. Basically, this is the payroll table, which contains different sections, employees information, salary informations, and deduction. So you can notice that the information in this table has been generated for you automatically. So the automatic generation of the payroll table is facilitated by the integration between the employee salary subsection and the human resources subsection, specifically in the employees data. So when you add a new employee in the employees data of the human resources section, you are required to upload the financial information for that employee, right? So this information typically includes details such as basic salaries, allowances, and other relevant financial components. So the payroll table here in the employee's salary subsection reads this financial information from the human resources records. So the system automatically shows the payroll table with the financial details of each employee. This seamless integration ensures accuracy and efficiency in payroll processing. Here, you can see the name of the employee, the job, the basic salary. Here we have the transport allowance, the housing allowance. You can see that both these fields are 0 because they don't have any allowances when we uploaded the employees' data information. So if there are instances where you need to make adjustments or deductions from the salary, the system provides the flexibility to modify the amount manually. Here you go to deductions. For example, here we have absence deductions. You choose the employee, and then, for example, you want to deduct 500. And you can see that the system has calculated everything here for you, which is the net salary. So this feature allows for customization based on specific payroll requirements or changes and financial details for individual employees. So now, after finishing uploading all the informations, we click on this create button. And here we have our new payroll that we have made. The payroll number, the year, the month, the date, and all the necessary informations. So in summary, the automated generation of the payroll table simplifies the payroll process by leveraging the pre-uploaded financial information from the human resources section while still allowing for manual adjustments when necessary. So this is everything about the employee salary subsection. The employee commission subsection is primarily utilized for employees within the external office, specifically those involved in the workers' export. So you can notice here that I have changed the company from Kingdom, which is the Saudi office, into White Diamond, which is the external office. This subsection offers a table containing crucial information about each worker. So the details included in the table are as follows. Here we have the name of the worker. Here we have the job or position held by the worker, which we call it occupation or profession. Here we have the nationality or the country of origin of this applicant. Here we have the gender, the religion. Here we have the request associated to this worker, the experience, passport number. And also here we have the recruitment type, the status of the applicant, and here we have the commission status. So it's important and essential to note that only selected workers will appear in this table. So the inclusion of a worker in this table is based on the worker being in a finalized or completed status within the recruitment process. If a worker is still in progress or pending, their information will not be displayed here. Additionally, to activate here the commission for the employee related to the worker, obviously, it's essential that the worker is associated with a specific customer. So the activation of commissions is tied to the selection of workers for a particular customer. This approach ensures that the information presented here in this table is accurate, relevant, and corresponds to workers who have progressed through the recruitment process and have been linked to a specific customer. So let's proceed with adding a commission to specific employee related to this worker, obviously. At first, you should find the column labeled commissions and then click on this add icon. A small pop screen will appear to you. At first, here you need to upload and select the name of the employee. You need to choose the name of the employee for whom you want to add the commission. For example, here we only have one employee in the external office. And then you need to define the commission classification, which is here we have two options, for the employee or on the employee. Let's go and choose for the employee in this example. Here, the default currency of the external office will appear to you, which is dollars. If you want, you can change it, but we're going to stick with the default currency. Here we have the exchange rate, and here we have the amount. You need to input the commission amount for the selected employee. So let's go and choose $500. And here you can see that the amount in the default currency is $500. So by completing these steps, you will effectively add commission for the specified employee. To conclude this form, you need to click on this create button. And here you can see that we have added commission for the employee related to this worker. And you can see here that the icon has changed. Here we have this X icon. It means that we have already added a certain commission to this worker. And here you can see the commission status have a commission. So this is everything about the employee commission subsection. Now let's delve into the final stage of accounting transactions known as financial postings. In this subsection, all accounting transactions, including invoices, receipt vouchers, payment vouchers, transfers, and journal entries must be posted. So basically, this subsection is designed for accountants to double check all transactions so they can review the information to ensure its accuracy before finalizing and posting. By using this subsection, which is the financial postings, accountants play a crucial role in the validation process, ensuring that all financial transactions are accurate and correctly reflected in the accounting records. This step is essential for maintaining the integrity of the financial data within the system. So let's begin here with the receipt voucher. You can see that all the receipt vouchers that we have made within the system, it's going to appear here to us. So how to post each voucher? You go here to the posting column and then you click on this posting button, and the receipt voucher form will appear to you. So basically, the accountant role here is to double check all the informations, making sure that it's accurate and correct. And then to post this receipt voucher, you need to click on this posting button. By clicking, it's going to be posted. So now let's post the other receipt voucher. We click here on the posting. Of course, we need to make sure of all the informations, and then we click on the posting and the posting button. Now let's move to the payment vouchers. All the payment vouchers will appear to us with this table. All details are going to be displayed here. So now let's go and post one by one, and at the end I'm going to show you how this is going to reflect to us on the cash and balances subsection. So here you go to transfer. If you have any transfer, you can just click and post them, of course, after you review all the informations, making sure that it's accurate and correct. Here we press on posting. And then the accountant must continue with all the accounting transactions and then posting them. So upon posting accounting transactions here in the financial posting subsection, the immediate impact is reflected here in the cash and bank balances. Let me show you how. So here in the cash and bank balances, we considered this to be like a real-time update where you can ensure that financial positions of accounts are accurately represented. So when you post a payment voucher, you will observe a decrease in the balance of the account from which the payment was made. And also, if you post a receipt voucher, you will notice an increase in the balance of the account that received the funds, and so on. So this dynamic adjustments in cash and bank balances provides a transparent and up-to-date view of the financial status, allowing users to monitor changes and transactions in real time. It enhances the accuracy of financial reporting and facilitates efficient management of cash and bank transactions within the system. So this is everything about the financial postings and how it immediately reflects in the cash and bank balances. Let's continue our exploration and move to the income tax and zakat subsection. This subsection holds significant importance for Saudi offices, especially when identifying the amount of zakat and income tax. So let's make an example here in this subsection together. At first, we go and click on the Add button. Upon clicking, a pop screen will appear to us. So before diving into key functionalities and the key features of this form, we need to highlight that in zakat, we have two types. The first type is value-added tax, and the second type is annual zakat. So when you choose value-added tax, you need to choose the year. For example, let's go and choose the previous year. From date, here, let's go and fix the year, January. And to date, we will be choosing December. So you can see that after filling in these fields, you will notice that this table will be generated for you automatically. Of course, I'm talking about the numeric data. You might wonder where the system gets these amounts and how it calculates them. So basically, the system gets these amounts from two key factors. Here we have the total revenues and the total expenses. So for the total revenues, the system considers the total revenues generated from invoices, providing a comprehensive view of the income generated by the organization or the office. And for the expenses, the system takes into account the total expenses incurred, represented by bills of payments. This encompasses all expenditures made by the office. So by calculating the difference between the total revenues and total expenses, the system determines the applicable amount for zakat and income tax. This automated process streamlines the calculation and reporting of these financial obligations, ensuring accuracy and compliance with relevant regulations. So here we have everything generated for us automatically. Here we have the tax, the amount with the tax, and here we have these fields which will indicate you everything in details before and after tax and the total. So all you have to do is to click on this create button. And here in this table, we have the value added tax. All the informations here are displayed for us. We have the company, the year that we have already chosen from date to date. And here we have the status. We can see that it's not approved. How to approve it? You go here to the same form. You click on it and then you choose approval. After that, it's going to be approved for you automatically, as you can all see. So now let's give a quick overview of the second type of zakat, which is the annual zakat. So also here in this form, you need to identify the year. Let's go for 2023. Here we have from date to date. So after that, let's see this small table. You can notice that the numeric data here are not generated for us automatically like the previous type. which is the value added tax. This must be an annual input. So the user must upload the revenues here, and the system will calculate the annual zakat for this person specifically. So for example, let's go and choose or put any random number in here and see how the system will calculate everything for us. Here we have the zakat profit, which is 2.5%, and here the system has already calculated the zakat amount. So this is everything about the income tax and zakat form. And here let's continue and click on the create button. We can see it here also. You can see that the status is not approved. How to approve it? You click on the same form and then you click on approval. So this is everything about this significant subsection. Thank you for watching this tutorial video on the Golden Cloud recruitment system. If you found the information valuable and would like to stay updated on more tutorials and insights, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. If you have any additional questions or inquiries, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also contact us through the provided numbers in the description. We value your feedback and we are here to assist you. Stay tuned for future guides where we will continue exploring and optimizing your recruitment processes with Golden Cloud recruitment system. Your success in recruitment is our top priority. Thank you for choosing Golden Cloud, and we look forward to being part of your recruitment journey.